Hey, I'm Keith here with Math Fun and Games. Today we're playing Rise and Decline, or the Third Reich. It is the 1940 summer turn, and it's the Axis turn. So, yeah, Axis on Denmark. There's war. So I have to have them pay this. So they have 87, so they're going to go down to 77. Place Denmark's forces, which they don't have many. They only have 2 units right here. They have a small air force and a guess I'll put the army in Copenhagen. Force. Okay. List. Germany is going to have an offensive option, obviously, in the Western Theater. Does she want to get involved down south? Not yet. So Germany's only going to take an offensive option. Everything else is going to be pass. So an offensive option in the Western Theater. That brings her down to 62. Next up, we have the move in combat phase of any miners which have been attacked but not yet conquered by the opponent. I would assume that would be the Axis miners, maybe. All right, and now we have the no voluntary destruction movement phase. Fleets move first. All right, so Germany has one fleet. Well, Germany has two fleets. Germany has this fleet in the, and they have a fleet over here along the Kiel Canal. Question is, how do I use it? I mean, it's really not useful for anything right now. It's better off just staying neutral. And this would be a strategic redeployment, so I'm not going to move that yet. Okay, so that's it for, so no fleet movements. Interception attempts, there's nothing. Movement of air and ground units, here we go. Okay, so this guy's going to go 1, 2, right there. There was one under it. That was the fleet staying. Okay, it goes there. And that goes right there. Got to continue to move. I'm going to do some air support here. I'm going to move right here. Well, they're not. This is just the movement phase. This isn't the attack phase yet, so I can just stage these units right here. And these are all good. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can reach all of my battle hexes. Good. I don't know why the hell that got there. Must have moved it from down here somewhere, maybe. Yeah, I moved it from right there. Don't want to base anything. I can move that out temporarily, but then I'll have to move it back. I can always use strategic redeployment to move it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. movement. That's not a ground movement yet. I think that's going to be it for the movement phase. How about over here? Do we have a lot of stuff right there? We got them, and we got them, and I'm just going to leave those. Okay, so let's go be the movement phase. Air and ground, no supply sheets, overrun. On, resolve all. Naval and air missions. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I can't reach Britain from there. It's gonna go ground support. I think, do I have 3 there? One, where's my other 2? 2 more. 2 more. Oh, okay, one was right. I just have to move. That would be moved to Rostock or Stettin or something like that. Alright, so those 2 are going to go right there. That one's going to go right there. Germany has a good air force at this time, don't they? And this one's going to go right there. Okay, and I'm going to do my airdrop right here. Now, so I did that, move my air ground, supply, naval and air, counter air missions, and now defensive air support missions. So I'm not doing any counter air. Now they're going to do defensive air, well, they can't do the French, the British can't help the French in air support. All they can do is go right there and do defense. So have really good air forces. All right. The question I have, and I just want to look up very quickly, I want to do an airborne drop onto Bremen, and I just want to see if I need to put aside an air unit specifically to do that. So I'm just going to look up that rule for a second. Under airborne, and I need a good index for my Third Reich rules. Airborne, there we go. Airbase, able to trace a supply line, non-enemy, yep. Okay, am I not moved an airbase during movement? Yeah, airbase. So that's a city. Okay, so I can do that. Alright, is there anything else that the Germans want to do at this turn? No. Okay, so we're going to do this combat first. And we're going to do... should have did. Oh well. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2... So for the Germans it's 3. For the Axis it's 8. So it's going to be a 2-to-1 attack for the Axis. And I go 3, 2-to-1 attack. And the defender's going to have to counterattack at 1-to-2 odds. And they get a 4. So they're eliminated. Okay, that is kind of expected. He'll fly back to Berlin. And they're eliminated. Sent to graveyard. And so Germany takes Denmark. Next I want to do this attack right here. So 8. A bit up there, but they over here they have 4, 8. Just the 1-to-1, so I'll have to throw this in. 15. Uh-oh, I don't know if I have enough here to do it. Well, I have this 5-4 here, so that'll put me over the top. 15, so that'll be 21 to 8. That'll be a 2 to 1 attack. And I roll a 5 with the 2 to 1 attack, roll a 5, and that eliminates them, which is good because I finally got rid of them. I lanced that boil, so to speak. That little France invasion. And I'll throw that in there. There we go. Okay, that worked. I mean, it did delay, it delayed my attack on Belgium a turn, so I guess that's something. Let's see if I can eliminate over here. So we got 8 and 5 is 13. How many do we have attacking? We have 7, 14, we have 14, we have 24, 24 to 13. So we just have 1 to 1 here. Ooh, that's not good. This is risky. 1 to 1 and I roll a 2. Okay, so the defender has to counterattack at 1 to 1. No, actually, a CA means they have to counterattack at the original odds. So that's going to be 4 to 4 to. It's going to be a 1 to 3 odds. 1 to 3 rolls a 3, and that eliminates them. So the French hold on Germany is now over. And those don't go to force pull. So the Germany is now has no French forces in it, which is good. Good for the Germans. I'll have to put somebody in there. I'll have to put this into Wilhelmshaven. And just put that one right there too. Why not? Meanwhile, the air forces have to return. I can put 2 because there's 2 cities here. What are the cities' names? I'm curious. So it's Essen and Cologne. Essen and Cologne. All right, I think that's it for the German offensive. Well, down here, no, they're not going to. Okay, so that's it. So now I believe it's phase. And do the Germans want to build? Well, how much did they spend? They spent 20. They spent 25. All right, so they spent 25. And they can spend a bunch more, but Corps. I am building the Dutch Africa Corps. So I'll find a good place. So let's put it down here for a second. That's going to cost me 8 points. So they have 62, 2 points, and then another 6. That drops down. And what else do I want to do? Actually, it'd be nice to build more. Air forces are powerful. Forces, but we're down to 54. So far I spent 30 something, right? 30 something. I spent 38 points. No, 25, 33 points. 33 points. I'll just spend by another infantry. 1, 2, 3. I'd like to build another air force. Air Forces are powerful. I'm going to build another Air Force, even though it's 15 points. So 33 plus 3 is 36, 46, 51 points I've spent so far. So there's 11, and I have to spend 4 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta be careful. I still have half a year left. It's only the summer. I have to be very careful. I don't think Germany can do any more builds. I mean, they still got a lot of work to do ahead of them. Okay, so that's it. So these are the units that I built, and I'll just leave them down here in Graz. So they built an Air Force. They built an air unit. They built the Dutch Africa Corps. They built the Africa Corps, and they built another. Okay, so now it's the strategic redeployment phase. Let me just. Strategic redeployment phase goes after the build phase. Unit construction, strategic redeployment. Okay. No problem. All right, so I want to first of all, I have to redeploy a unit. So let's see how many units I have there right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. There, get 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That 3 that I've developed, that I put that right there. Guarding the Air Force. So that's my second redeployment is. That one's overstacked. Why is that overstacked? It's not supposed to be over. Let's put that over there. Yeah, because it must have been right here. It was right there, and then I think it was involved in the attack over there. Either way, there's space for it. I want to send the Dutch Africa Corps to Italy. Can I do it? And can I take over? I can bring them all the way down here, I think, right? Because line of communication, they're moving through an ally. Or do I want to move them? I want to move them right here. All right. I don't know if I can deploy them yet, but I don't have to yet, because we'll see. Okay. So let me see if I can, as Germany, if I can now borrow one of their Italian subs. Because there is a rule where the Germans can borrow Italian units. So let's see now. Multiplayer. German. I'm looking for German-Italian cooperation. There you go. As soon as Germany and their allied Italian units may be lent to Germany during strategic redeployment. So yes, I can lend an Italian fleet to Germany. Each unit still counts as one strategic redeployment. Okay, and he controls them as if they're own. Okay, so they're gonna strategically now the next. How will that strategic redeployment work? What I want to do is I want to send the Africa Corps to. And I'm trying to use strategic redeployment to do it. So let's take a look. Strategic redeployment phase. Just was there. Okay, strategic redeployment. This isn't the most exciting thing to listen to. I just don't want to pause it because my computer's like 8-9 years old, and it's so it just has issues sometimes. Controlled supplied hexes, including hexes by an ally. Okay, can't pass next to enemy units. I would need to use a sea escort. Not cross more than one front boundary. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, so the question is sea. So now I look up sea escort. So how does sea escort work? I got air warfare and I got naval. Here we go. Sea escort. Sea transport. Seaborne invasions. And interception, transport. Sea escort. Partial air. Fleets. Employment. Offensive mission. Shore bombardment. Sea escort. Shore bombardment. Sea transport. Seaborne invasions. Interception. I'm getting there. Naval combat. Ah, there you go. RP grant a 9-factor fleet must provide sea escort. Escort in 1 unit counter of any supply, any size. Unit must be able to move to the escorting fleet's base. Okay, yeah, so I can. To Northampton. Really is one of my favorite games. A 10 on the complexity scale, but once you understand the mechanics, it becomes a very simple game. With it. All right, so that will be the German turn. Any more? So that's I did so far. I can't do that, can I? Well, I can do it if I do that. That's 2. So I already did. How many did I do? I did. Africa core down there. 3. Six. Six. 7, because that blocks the law of 7. 8. 9, 10. Where am I going to put this one? I guess I better start building up down here, right? Okay, yeah, I got to start building up. Okay, that's looking good for now. That hex right there is very weak, but it'll just have to stay there. Oh, shoot, I strategically redeployed that. Well, I can leave them there for the time being. I don't like that one right there, but there's an armor unit that can react to that. Okay, so that's it for the German 1940 turn. Now the Italian turn is going to be very, very interesting. All right, but that's it for the German turn. Thank you very much. I will see you next time.